the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here at Talladega for the first race in the round of 16. Drivers are starting to make their way out onto the track for qualifying, as we have 16 drivers in our playoff battle that kicks off here tonight at Talladega. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and we are already green for qualifying, as I said earlier. So let's get right into it. One of our chase drivers, that is the 17 of Jimmy Crow, beginning to make his way around this Superspeedway. As he makes his way onto the front stretch, drivers have 10 minutes to turn one timed lap. And the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds going to make his way across the start-finish line. Begin that timed lap. David Overstreet in the 46, working his way through turns 1 and 2 as he is already on the clock. Sorry, that's turns 3 and 4. Should have known better. As the 46 down on the apron, heads for the start-finish line. He is going to post a time at 55.80. Randall Cobb in the 52 on pole with a 55.73. Anthony English in the 42, one of our chase contenders. He is starting to roll out for his qualifying effort. Zach Fritz jumps up into second place at a 55.75. Randall Cobb still holding on to pole position. Now Zach Workman with a 55.74 as he shuts his race truck down. Richard Kuhn, 55.77, good enough for fifth place for the moment. The 53 of Dave Hunt coming around to start his qualifying effort. Andy Brigante right now good enough for 8th with a 55.91. The 04 of Mark Mann on the front stretch under the clock here. As the 04 heads for the start-finish line, we'll see where he is going to end up. And Mark Mann takes pole position at a 55.71. JD Crow moves into second place at the same time. JD Crow in the 5, slowing down, coming to a rest. The bottom of turns 1 and 2. Adam Evans in the 25. Looking for the green flag for his qualifying effort. Dave Hunt moves up into 7th place with a 55.77. A lot of 55.77 right there. Anthony English in the 3rd with a 55.72. Twelve drivers have taken a qualifying time so far. Adam Evans will be our 13th driver to try and post a lap time. On the 25, through the tri-oval and across the start finish line, and Adam Evans moves up into fourth place with a 55.72. Peter DeBorgia in the 40. You can find him over on twitch.tv/mixmasterpj. You stop over there, tell him I said hi. Sean Stevens in the 27 is on the clock as he makes his way through turns 1 and 2 and heads for the backstretch. Jeff Crosby in the 33, making his way out onto the track as well. Qualifying session ticking down to the final 4 minutes. Sean Stevens through the tri-oval down below that yellow line and across the start finish line, and Stevens going to jump up into fourth place with a 55.72. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia is on the clock as he makes his way down the backstretch. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, getting his race truck up to speed. As the 40 of Peter DeBorgia heads for the tri-oval, drops down below the yellow line, trying to shorten the track up as much as possible. And the 40 going to log a time that puts him into 7th place. Off the nose of the Skull Bandit 33. Here at this very wide 2.66 mile Superspeedway, Crosby onto the front stretch and begins heading for the tri-oval. The 33 going to go across the start finish line, and his time is good enough for 8th place. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, right down on that yellow line. He's trying to shorten this track up as much as he can. Makes his way onto the front stretch as Logan Helton crosses the start finish line for his qualifying effort. And the 26 going to post a time that moves him up into pole position, a 55.69. So with that being said, guys, we are going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our 26 truck field is beginning to take to the grid, and that means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup. On the inside of row number 1 with a 55.698, that is Hunter Reynolds. On his outside in the 04, that is Mark Mann. Row number 2 going to be JD Crow and Anthony English on the outside. Row 3 will be Sean Stevens and Adam Evans. Row number 4 will be the 52 of Randall Cobb and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Row 5 will be Jeff Crosby and Zach Workman. Row number 6 will be Zach Fritsch and David Booth. Row 7 will be Dave Hunt and Richard Kuhn. Row number 9, David Overstreet in the 46 and Jimmy Reynolds in the 17. Row number 9, Andy Brigante in the 013 and Logan Helton qualifying last of the trucks to take a time. Row number 10 will be the 4 of Rick Sebrands and Joshua Gaithright. Row 11, Nathan Aldridge and Chris McCullough. Row 12 will be Shane Posey, and on the outside will be Ken McCullough. And our final row here tonight, Andrew Schroeder in the 48 and Jared Forbes in the 73. And that is your first chase race in the round of 16 starting lineup. As the drivers start to roll out, we are going to have a heck of a race here tonight. 3 races in the round of 16. Only 8 drivers going to advance. So with that being said, let's take a look at our Grand National race information here tonight at the Talladega Superspeedway. We will have 1 stage at the halfway point. 1 fast repair is available for our trucks here tonight. And if you'd like to get in on the action, well, just find them in the iRacing League tab and apply to the OP Grand National Series. They are accepting applications. So as the field makes its way down the back stretch, several visual cues for you to know who is in playoff contention here tonight. Purple spoilers on the back and front splitter. Their names will have a dash C next to them, and they will be highlighted purple as well. Big shout out and thank you to Peter DeBorgia for updating all the information here for this. Peter does a lot of hard work behind the scenes, doesn't get a lot of credit for it, and so I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that everything that goes wrong here tonight with the broadcast is all Peter DeBorgia's fault. Field making its way onto the front stretch. Chevy Silverado going to get out of the way as we let 26 trucks do their thing here tonight. 66 laps, our scheduled distance, and Hunter Reynolds in control of this 26 truck field. I want to give a shout out to Jeff Crosby Sr., Mara Clark, and Nathan Grounds as the green flag is out once again in this season. Off into turn number 1, the entire lines, everyone gets going very smoothly. Mark Mann in the 04 got an excellent start and has already dropped down to the inside. Anthony English in the 42 charging down the backstretch. Zach Fritsch in the 12 in trouble down the backstretch. Anthony English already into the wall. Richard Kuhn and David Overstreet gonna go around. No caution just yet. We stay green. The yellow flag has come out. So a first lap caution involving Richard Kuhn and David Overstreet. That started down the backstretch as Anthony English got out of shape. Take a look and see what happened to the 42. Got a good nudge from the 25. And then the checkup catches the 46 and a 47. So heavy damage early on for David Overstreet and Richard Kuhn. So first lap issues down the backstretch. As the 04 of Mark Mann going to lead our field on the pit road. Sean Stevens in the 27 does elect to stay out. Shane Posey stays out as well. Everyone else making their way on the pit road. Peter DeBorgia driving through pit lane as Mark Mann is down and away. The WOW Video Tours 27 is Sean Stevens. Going to enjoy some fresh air as he did not come down pit road. Be joined by Shane Posey on the front row. Peter DeBorgia did come down pit road but did drive through his pit stall. All 26 trucks still out on track. Peter DeBorgia heading for pit lane. Hunter Reynolds also heading for pit road. Lights are going to go out on the Silverado this time. Our first caution of the night coming to a close. Sean Stevens electing the inside lane for this restart. Shane Posey in the 83 on the outside. Sean Stevens is one of our chase contenders. Mark Mann, another chase contender. So the inside row has three of our chase contenders all lined up. In the outside row number 3 is JD Crow. Zach Workman on the inside in that 091. So without having a full lap up to speed just yet, we'll be getting the green flag on lap number 5. A lot of great looking trucks out here tonight. A lot of hard work goes into paint schemes. If you've never painted your race car of choice, or never attempted to paint one for use in iRacing, it is quite entertaining. It can kill some time and can be rather difficult, but a lot of great artists putting some terrific ideas down for some of these schemes out here tonight. As the Silverado heads for pit lane once again. This time Sean Stevens in control of the field as we get ready to go green flag racing one more time. Stage 1 going to end at the completion of lap 33. As away we go. Stevens down on the yellow line. Mark Mann in the 04 on his back bumper. Mark Mann trying to clear the 83 is Shane Posey, but Posey building some momentum off of turn number 2 and gaining ground down the backstretch. Logan Helton in the 63, going to try and go 3 wide with the 40 of Peter DeBorgia going with him. They try to work to the outside of the 53 of Dave Hunt. As they race for the start finish line. Shane Posey going to lead our first green flag lap of the race. As Posey up in the third lane all by himself, he's looking for somewhere to slide down and rejoin the racing line. Our chase drivers are spread all throughout this field. David Overstreet and Richard Kuhn, who were involved in the dust up earlier, looking like they have used their fast repairs that were available to them. Only one fast repair available here tonight, and to have to use it on lap 1 puts you at a bit of a disadvantage. As the 25 of Adam Evans flashes across the start finish line as the race leader. Still trying to get that third lane going, Peter DeBorgia. Logan Helton and Shane Posey now throw in the 5 of JD Crow as he tries to make a move by the 25 of Adam Evans. Andy Brigante going to slide up to the third lane. Everyone's still within draft range. Nobody has lost the draft to anyone else. So we could have a big pack form up here in a couple of laps. As Evans works that 25 through the middle of 1 and 2. Jeff Crosby in the 33 on his back bumper with Dave Hunt in the 53 behind him. Now Logan Helton in the 63 making a move to the third lane. We go on the nose of Logan Helton in this beautiful paint schemed number 63. Kicking the tires on the hood as he tries to use the momentum on the front stretch to take the race lead. Into the tri-oval we go. as Adam Evans is going to get turned on the front stretch, and this is going to stack up the front of the field. Logan Helton involved, Sean Stevens involved. And the yellow flag has come out. JD Crow getting involved as well. On board with the 04, Mark Mann. You see Adam Evans just gets turned there off the corner. Mark Mann makes contact with the inside wall. JD Crow involved as well. Looks like the 33 of Jeff Crosby just not going to hit square on the 25 of Adam Evans. JD Crow hard impact with the inside wall. Shane Posey picking up a piece of it as well. Randall Cobb, great save. One last look at this one. So caution flies once again here in our first race in the playoffs. Will be our final race before we head into the Thanksgiving holiday next week. OP Racing will be off for all of next week, so no Monday night or Wednesday night. Crosby leads the field on the pit road. That 33 got some damage there that he's going to have to either work on or burn a fast repair. And again, Peter DeBorgia, first one off of pit road. It's a yellow flag on the speedway again. Two cautions here very early in stage number 1. This caution, however, has collected quite a few more trucks. They are having to work on hammering out that damage. This crash has claimed one of our chase contenders. Logan Helton in the 63 has gone behind the wall, and it looks like he has called it a night very early in this race, only making it almost 9 laps around our Talladega Superspeedway here tonight. That'll give us 25 trucks for this restart, with all 25 of them on the lead lap. Everyone has pulled away from their pit stalls. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia going to head to pit road. So too is the 42 of Anthony English. And then a whole bunch of other trucks coming down. That will give the lead to the 83 of Shane Posey. So 11 trucks stayed out. Rest of the field came down pit road. Lights are out on the Silverado, and we're going to stack them up 2 by 2. The Silverado begins its way on the pit road. Gonna have another restart and bit of a rough start here tonight. But Shane Posey leading this field to the green flag this time. And here we go. Green flag is out. The 83 gets an excellent jump over the 77 of David Booth. So Shane Posey with a good jump, finding himself out in front. David Booth in the 77, though, mounting a charge down the back stretch to take the race lead for a moment. Dave Hunt in the 53 pushing on his back bumper. So with just one truck out of the race, we have 25 trucks on the speedway. Jared Forbes does have the fastest lap of the race at the moment at a 50.54. Jared Forbes in the 73, a little bit deep in the field for the moment. There is some speed in that truck. Side by side into turns 1 and 2. Posey in that 83 has been committed to the yellow line since the drop of the green flag for this restart. David Booth in the 77 has been trying to work to the outside. Field now, everyone up to speed, all separated by 2.5 seconds from front to the back. Hunt in the 53 going up to the top lane with the 08 of Nathan Aldrich on his back bumper. The 83 not to be deterred. He's staying committed to that yellow line. Andy Brigante sliding in behind the 77 of David Booth. Booth falling back a little bit here as we're coming around to complete lap 17 of 33 here in stage number 1. Jeff Crosby in the 33 at the tail end of this field right now. This is the last car in this race. Trying to stay caught up with the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. And he is slowly losing ground here. That is not necessarily a good sign for the 33. Looks like maybe he's able to gain a little bit here through the corner. Down the straightaway, he just cannot keep up. Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritsch just ahead of him with the 46 of David Overstreet. Down on the inside, DeBorgia picking the inside lane. Fritsch in the 12 trying to stay in with the 089 of Joshua Gaithright. As the 26 of Hunter Reynolds, after being involved in the first incident of this race on lap number 1, tries to recover that race lead that he had very early on. So Dave Hunt still working the third lane with Nathan Aldrich. They go through the trial. Well, Andy Regante has a choice to make, and right now it's looking like he's choosing to stay right behind the 77 of David Booth. As Aldrich gets into the wall a little bit through 1 and 2, pulls it off the wall. That has broken his momentum, and that is going to hurt Dave Hunt as well. As Aldrich blends in, but falls all the way back to 19th spot. Liberty Fires joining us on YouTube chat. Speaking of YouTube chat, as we get ready for some green flag pit stops. 5 trucks onto pit road. Anthony English, Rick Seabrans, JD Crow, David Overstreet, and Peter DeBorgia all hit pit lane. Keep in mind, if your favorite driver is out here tonight, feel free to cheer for him. Chat it up in here. When these drivers go back and rewatch the broadcast, they will be able to see your displeasure with them on a bad move. They'll be able to see you cheer them for when they do something good. Just some good moral support for them. You know, these drivers, they're all prima donnas. They got to have all their fans standing in line so they can give autographs. The never-ending story. There's another group of drivers peel off for pit road. Richard Kuhn, Chris McCullough, Ken McCullough, and Jared Forbes all hit pit lane here tonight. Shane Posey in the 83, last on pit road on lap number 10. He's going to have to come down pit road sooner rather than later. Most of the rest of this field pitting on lap 10 as well. Some of them did pull off when we got the 1 to go sign. There's a few more drivers head up for their pit crews to service their race truck. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 out in front now as he has made his way by the 83 of Shane Posey and dropped down to the yellow line. We have had some trucks sprinkling in for green flag pit stops. This was our biggest group here that hit pit road. They have 4 trucks working together here. Hunter Reynolds going around another lap. Mark Mann, Andrew Schroeder, Dave Hunt, big group of trucks on the pit lane this time. That's going to leave 5 drivers who have not come down pit road. They're being led by the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. The 83 is Shane Posey. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 sitting in third. 77 of David Booth and the 25 of Adam Evans have all stayed out. Anthony English in the 42, one of the first groups to hit pit road. They are making their way around the other trucks who came in a little bit later. So an early pit stop could be the key here tonight. This could be the move that puts one of these 4 into the stage win as Hunter Reynolds makes his way onto pit road. Adam Evans as well, as they all begin to peel off for their pit stops here tonight on lap 24. Stage 1 ending on lap 33. Or the completion of lap 33 as Reynolds is down and away. Adam Evans is going to squeeze by him. Go on board with Anthony English as he is going to very easily pick off this group who just made their way off of pit road. So new leader, the 42 of Anthony English. Rick Seabrand's in the 4 on his back bumper. JD Crow rounding out your top 3 right now. We are on board. Anthony English looking out the back. Zach Workman in the 091 with the help of Zach Fritsch is caught up to this group. As 6 trucks working together here. So 6 trucks have broken away from the rest of the field. Chris McCullough in the 60 leading this second group of drivers. McCullough is motoring very quickly. He is going to catch this pack, especially now that they have split up into 2 groups here. So McCullough using all the momentum, all the energy of all the cars he has on his back bumper to close this gap and make one big group out of them. HendrickCars.com 60 down on the bottom through the tri-oval, and you can see this group is looming larger every moment on this lap. We'll probably catch up to them somewhere down the backstretch. New fastest lap of the race does go to Chris McCullough at a 50.42. JD Crow in the 5 trying to work his way around the 4 Rick Sebrands. Sebrands gets a shot from the 40 of DeBorgia. Zach Workman in the 091 slides down in front of the 4. And Workman going to try and take the race lead as the 60 of Chris McCullough used all that momentum to now make it 3 wide. A little bit of contact coming off of 4, but they hold on to it. Ken McCullough looked like he got a little squirrely coming off of 4, but able to keep it straight. One truck in trouble. That is Adam Evans. Sean Stevens going to get involved. Dave Hunt, Andy Brigante, Randall Cobb. Jimmy Reynolds getting a piece of it as well. And the yellow flag going to come out. It's quite the stack up going into turn number 1. Hunter Reynolds hard on the brakes, but with nowhere to go. Looks like Randall Cobb just got a shove at the wrong time and got turned hard. So our third caution coming out here in stage number 1. So Rick Sebrands will catch up to the back of the Chevy Silverado pace truck. And I don't believe this is going to be the end of the stage. We may have a 1-lap shootout. All depends on how race control is going to want to do it. We see everyone hit pit lane this time, then that would be a good indicator. That is the end of stage number 1. As they all are coming down pit road, that will give stage 1 to the 4 of Rick Sebrands. Shane Posey in the 83, not coming down pit lane. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Did not hit his pit stall. Zach Workman does win the race off of pit road. Let's get a word in with our stage 1 winner. That is the driver of the 4. You know him as Rick Sebrands, driver of that Blue Yeti machine. Rick, congratulations on stage 1.
Hey, thanks, man. Lucky break there with a caution, and fortunate to have a good teammate back there, JD, pushing hard, man. We had a good run in that middle lane there, and I don't know if that was the lane to be in or not, but that low line seemed to be pretty fast too. But you know, just got real fortunate there with that yellow coming out at that point. And you know, if they go back and look at it, Zach might have had that spot. We were door to door there, so it was pretty close.
Well, the first race of this Grand National Playoff Series, 3 races here in this first round of 16. You win stage number 1. How important do you think this stage win is for you?
It's going to be huge, just because you just never know. I mean, we've seen it there a little bit with the start of that race. Just small incidents were turning into multi-car wrecks. So I think any kind of stage points, you just never know what's going to happen here at the end of these things. You could be running up there top 3 and then you know, rolling home on fire on 19th. So you know, those are the days you want to go back on them stage points. But hopefully we can finish this off tonight, get a good finish, and you know, have a little momentum going into next week.
Well, a little bit of a rough start to stage number 1. What's it like out there on the track? Everyone just real racy, jittery? What's the situation?
It's this isn't any of ours first rodeo match, so it's just nerves. We're just the first chase race of the season is always kind of nerve wracking.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Just all the fans watching at home, you guys in the booth, and again JD for the good pushing there.
All right, that is Rick Searands in the 4, your stage 1 winner as he pulls on to pit road. So with him hitting pit lane, several other trucks coming down pit road to top off their fuel tanks as well. Shane Posey in the 83, not coming down pit road there to top off his tank, so he is going to be our race leader. Dave Hunt in the 53 on the outside for this restart. Row number 2 will be the 77 of David Booth and the 52 of Randall Cobb. So Dave Hunt now leading all chase contenders. Randall Cobb right behind him, another chase driver. As I mentioned earlier, chase drivers designated by a red front splitter purple front splitter and rear spoiler. They're also highlighted on the scroll across the top, and their names have a chase mark behind their name. And we're going to fire them off for stage number 2. No more cautions for the stage. We will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. This is a Chevy Silverado. Heads for pit lane, giving control of this race to the 83 of Shane Posey and the 53 of Dave Hunt. Long line of trucks out on that inside lane. That just shows you how many topped off their fuel tank. Adam Evans and Andy Brigante have gone down a lap. As the green flag comes out, we get back underway here at Talladega. 16 drivers in playoff contention. One of those 16 already in trouble here tonight. That is the 63 of Logan Helton. He has gone behind the wall after completing just 8 laps here tonight. The Posey in the 83 has the 77 of David Booth on his back bumper, and Booth has cleared the 53 of Dave Hunt, but has not made the move up to the second lane yet. So it looks like he is going to stay committed to the back of the 83. Zach Workman in the 091 and the 04 of Mark Mann. Third and fourth cars on the inside lane. As Dave Hunt in the 53 gets a good run down the back stretch. Shane Posey going to return the favor through 3 and 4. The inside and outside lanes seesawing back and forth all race long through the straightaways and the corners. So Andy Brigante in the 013 is the first truck 1 lap down. He is battling with Adam Evans to be the first truck 1 lap down. Right now, as things look, it's going to be a pretty good battle for Andy Brigante to win, as Adam Evans is tail end of this field. Brigante up there in the front pack, mixing it up with the leaders. Sean Stevens in the 27, a chase contender. He finds himself in trouble. That truck down on power. It is going to be a long race for the 27. He had to burn his fast repair earlier in this race. As we mentioned, had a rough stage 1. Sean Stevens, one of the trucks that was involved in 2 of our incidences that we have had here already. So as he cycles around the speedway a lot slower than everyone else, the damage very extensive on the 27. He's going to need the help of some cautions to keep him in this, but even then, that truck is so down on power, it looks like, that he's not going to be able to do a whole lot much more with it here tonight. Now he's just trying to survive a battle of attrition and hoping several more trucks are going to drop out of this one. So Shane Posey continues to lead, and Posey has been very committed to that inside lane. David Booth in the 77 finally jumps up in front of Dave Hunt. Chris McCullough in the 60 trying to start something in the 3rd lane. As Booth in the 77 completes his pass on Shane Posey and slides down to the yellow line. We're on lap 37 of 66 here tonight. Stevens in the 27, down on the inside, out of the racing line. Can give the leaders plenty of room. So now Stevens goes 1 lap down. Andy Brigante in the 013, still up here with the leaders, currently holding on to being the only car, or the lead car, 1 lap down. I do have to clarify that Adam Evans is 2 laps down. Did not realize that Evans was 2 laps down when I talked about this battle to be the first truck to get the wave around here tonight. So 2 of our chase contenders in trouble here in our very first race in the round of 16. 3 races in this round of 16. We will eliminate 8 drivers. So in the round of 8, there will be 2 races. We'll eliminate 4 and then go down to our final showdown race, where the top 4 drivers in a winner-take-all situation try and win the 22 race championship. David Booth in the 77, Shane Posey in the 83. Those cars 1 and 2 down on the inside line. Dave Hunt in the 53, working with the 52 of Randall Cobb. And Shane Posey in the 83, going to peel off for pit road. Posey hitting pit lane by himself, so that is going to hurt him a little bit here as Dave Hunt slides down in front of Booth. Randall Cobb in the 52 had to burn a fast repair. But since burning that fast repair, he has been charging towards the front. And now Randall Cobb has the race lead. The 48 of Andrew Schroeder pushing him out in front. Schroeder in the 48. With him in second place right now, he is our biggest mover of the race right now. He has gained 23 spots from where he started. He has been working his way forward, just needs one more position to go to take that race lead. The 60 of Chris McCullough trying to make something happen in the second lane. We have a 26 laps to go in this race. Started 26 trucks, and right now 22 of them are on the lead lap. Ooh, Randall Cobb got a little shunt from the 48, slid down to the inside. That's going to be the opening that Chris McCullough needed. So McCullough takes the race lead in the 73 of Jared Forbes. Now Jared Forbes, the biggest mover of this race, as he has gained 25 spots from where he qualified. Cobb in the 52 going to peel off for pit road with Dave Hunt joining him. David Booth as well. So those three trucks hit pit lane. And Zach Workman in the 91. Now your race leader. Workman got some damage on the front end of that truck. Sean Stevens in the 27 going to go another lap down. He's just not able to generate any speed. That truck down on power, down a cylinder, whatever you want to say. Stevens is falling to 25th. 5 of JD Crow shoots out in front with the 4 of Rick Seabrands, your stage 1 winner on his back bumper. There's another pack of trucks going to decide to pit, and varying strategies here tonight. Not very often do we see just a few trucks at a time come down pit road. With 23 laps to go in this one, I don't believe anybody can make it on fuel from here. JD Crow trying to stretch his fuel tank to get to a little bit of a different fuel window. And here comes a big pack of trucks, led by the 5 of JD Crow, the 4 of Rick Seabrands, getting very aggressive on the pit lane. Seabrands drew even with the 5 of JD Crow, and that's going to give the lead to the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. So down to 22 laps to go here in stage number 2. Final stage of the night. Teammates working together. Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, and Adam Evans in the 25. These 5 trucks scatter as they hit pit lane. 25 locks them up, but gets it slowed down. The 4 Rick Sebrands had a very excellent pit stop and time on pit road, but it matters very little as the 52 of Randall Cobb had a whole lot more momentum. And now Cobb in the 52, your race leader. Dave Hunt in the 53. Those two working together here tonight as teammates. Teams are loosely based here on Wednesday night, but by the way that they are grouped up on TeamSpeak, you can tell that Randall Cobb and Dave Hunt are working together. Sean Stevens in that group here tonight, but Stevens on the pit road, multiple laps down, just not having a very good night. Not having a very good start to his playoffs here tonight. Randall Cobb, one of our chase contenders, he'd like to have an excellent night. He'd like to pick up a win and advance himself into the round of 8 here on race number 1. Randall Cobb trying to make his truck wide. Jared Forbes in the 73 though. Gonna use that second lane. Slides down in front of Cobb. Now Chris McCullough leads that second lane. Forbes moves up just a little bit. He's going to get shuffled. Almost making contact with the 77 of David Booth. And now they do make big contact and trouble. Into the corner. Ken McCullough squeezes through. Zach Fritsch punches a hole. 77 of David Booth out of shape and into the grass. Multiple trucks involved in this one as the yellow flag comes out. Let's take a look. Booth and Forbes spin like a top. So another big stack up with the caution flag coming out. Anthony English involved in the 42s, so several chasers involved in this one. So with 18 laps to go, pit road going to be a very busy place. Is Randall Cobb in the 52 going to lead the charge on the pit lane? Andy Brigante in the 013. I believe he is going to get the free pass here. Mark Mann into his pit stall. Cobb down and away as he's going to win the race off of pit road. Rick Seabrand's off in a second. Zach Workman third. Dave Hunt fourth. And Mark Mann in the 04. Going to round out your top 5. Interesting side note for those of you who saw, we have a bot that joins us on Wednesday nights. I guess that means that we're quite the popular crowd. I owe that to all of you in YouTube chat, so thank you very much for that. Can't figure out why it's only on Wednesday night. Have pointed this out to the other broadcasters on the Turn 3 Racing Network. None of them are experiencing this bot joining us, so there you go. Congratulations, guys. Somebody feels that we're worth advertising to. All right, so Anthony English getting in trouble on pit road, you said? Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Anthony English. Was it coming off or on the pit road? Might have been coming onto pit road as he's already in his pit stall here, and let's see if we can back this up and figure out what happened. Looks like a fairly straightforward entry onto pit lane. Just very close, trying to get into the pit stall, trying to pick a spot to work your way through. So the lights have gone out on Chevy Silverado. 16 laps to go here in race number 1 in our round of 16. All 3 tracks that we visit here on Wednesday night will be in this opening round. We're off for Thanksgiving break next Wednesday night. We'll pick the action back up December 1st at the Legacy Daytona International Speedway. Next week, our race will be sponsored by the WOW Video Tours and Sean Stevens. Hopefully that will be a much better race for the 27, as this is going to be one that he and Logan Helton hope to forget. Anthony English in the 42 still sitting on pit road. Not looking good for 3 of our chase drivers here tonight. The green flag going to come out with 15 laps to go. And here we go. Randall Cobb on the throttle with Dave Hunt in the 53 on his outside. Those two are chase contenders. As they run through turns 1 and 2, door to door. Hunter Reynolds on the inside, behind the 52 of Randall Cobb, and Jimmy Reynolds in the 17. Another chase contender, so 3 chase contenders make it, call it 4 chase contenders in the top 5 as they're shuffling back and forth. Shane Posey hard into the wall in the 83. We stay green as Shane Posey keeps it underneath him. A hard impact into that outside wall, and that truck not yet up to speed. He is losing a lot of ground. So Shane Posey falls to 17th spot. Andy Regante in the 013, who got his lap back under this most recent caution, trying to work his way forward. As Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 slides down in front of the 52 of Randall Cobb. Buford joining us in YouTube. Thank you very much, Buford. Jeff Crosby inside the top 10 right now as several trucks peel off for pit road. They don't have enough fuel to make it to the end of this one. The 33 of Crosby has been involved in a couple of dust-ups here tonight, but he is still out there. Still trying to keep that truck inside the top 10 despite the damage. So the truck's out on the speedway, running some laps to try and stretch their fuel tanks. Jimmy Reynolds, our race leader, his best lap at a 50.85. Last time around, he turned a 52.26. Chris McCullough, Ken McCullough, and Jared Forbes were the 3 trucks who hit pit lane. So they should have enough fuel to get to the end of this race. Everyone else so far has stayed out. But the pace is 2 seconds slower than what we were turning earlier when everyone was going full tilt. Randall Cobb in the 52 makes a move up to the second lane. He has his teammate Dave Hunt ready to work with him. And here comes a big pack of drivers. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds hard on the brakes. Adam Evans, very good entry on the pit road. That leaves Randall Cobb and Dave Hunt out in front. David Overstreet in the 46, a little bit further back. 77 of David Booth on his back bumper, and then Nathan Aldrich right there, and that makes it your top 5. With 11 laps to go. Randall Cobb was last on pit road on lap 49, and here we are working lap 55. The rest of the trucks peel off for pit lane. Richard Kuhn and Shane Posey. Now the final 2 trucks that have not come down pit road, and the yellow flag is out. Caution on the speedway. Sean Stevens tried to get out of the way. Ken McCullough never saw him. Take another look at this one. Sean Stevens up along the wall. Chris McCullough dived down to the inside to miss him. Ken McCullough never saw him. Rick Seabrands gets a piece of it. But Ken McCullough able to hold on to it and mitigate the damage just a little bit. Take one more look at this and you can tell that the 03 never saw Sean Stevens. Jared Forbes in the 73 as well. Both drivers just getting caught out by Chris McCullough, making that move at the last second. So the yellow flag comes out as Richard Kuhn and Shane Posey had not come down pit road yet. Everyone else had pitted. We have 9 laps to go. So Richard Kuhn, a chase driver, and Shane Posey, who went to peel off for pit lane. So Richard Kuhn into his pit stall. Looks like that is going to give the lead to the 60 of Chris McCullough as everyone starts to pass the Chevy Silverado. So McCullough, Richard Kuhn, Andy Brigante, your top 3. 4th place goes to Mark Mann. Rounding out your top 5 is Hunter Reynolds. "26 trucks started this race. 24 trucks are out on the speedway. Sean Stevens in the 27 going behind the wall, calling it a night. So we stack them up side by side. Gonna get the green flag with 6 laps to go. So McCullough and Richard Kuhn on the front row for the restart. It's Andy Brigante and Zach Workman. Race starting to wind down. 66 laps, our scheduled distance. 2 attempts at a green-white checkered should we need them. And here we go. Richard Kuhn in the 47. Caught a very lucky break as that caution came out at a good time for him, and I figured he'd end up at the tail end of this field, but the way things shook out, that 47 got to hold on to that front row for the restart. So Chris McCullough in the 60 down on the inside, Richard Kuhn in the 47. On the outside, the 91 is Zach Workman pushing hard on the back bumper of the 47. Jeff Crosby in the 33 trying to use the third lane to make some noise. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 on his back bumper. He's up there with him. As we flash across the start-finish line and 5 laps to go here in the opening race of the round of 16. 3 of our playoff contenders are in 24th, 25th, and 26th spot. As DeBorgia gets into the wall a little bit, Dave Hunt goes down to the inside lane along with... Did not catch who he was down there with. They get back up on the track. We are 3 wide with JD Crow up in the third lane. Zach Workman in the 091 down on the bottom with the 26 Hunter Reynolds in the middle lane. Gonna have 4 laps to go now. $22 trucks on the lead lap. 21 trucks separated by 1.95 seconds. Jared Forbes in the 73, well off the pace. He has fallen back due to damage that his 73 machine has received. As everyone is scrambling on the front stretch, trying to find some room to run, trying to position themselves to pick up the race win. There's some big time wiggling going on. JD Crow in the 5 staying nice and smooth. He's going to slide down in front of Zach Workman in the 091. Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Your race leader with 3 laps to go. Ken McCullough in the 03 and Richard Kuhn in the 47. 2 trucks in the third lane. Andy Brigante trying to get a top 5 after spending most of this race 1 lap down. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. This race winding down. If we can get to the white flag, this race will finish under green. It is a long way around here at Talladega. JD Crow in the 5 has his nose just ahead of the 26. They make their way through 3 and 4 and onto the front stretch. We get ready for the white flag. And JD Crow starting to inch ahead just a little bit. Final lap, final time around. Zach Workman makes a move up to the 3rd lane. Jared Forbes down on the apron, smartly getting out of the way of the field as they flash by. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 has the race lead, but here comes Chris McCullough in the 60. Moving up to the middle lane. McCullough trying to use some momentum from that lane to take the race lead. JD Crow up on the top side. Hunter Reynolds down on the bottom. Here we come through 3 and 4. Contact. JD Crow slides up. Zach Workman in trouble. Everyone behind them is going to get piled up. Hunter Reynolds, Chris McCullough drag racing for the start finish line. Reynolds through the trial. He gets a little sideways squirrely, but Hunter Reynolds is going to hold on to it and pick up the win. Andy Brigante finishes in 2nd, and Jeff Crosby on the final step of the podium. Take a look at what happened to this field. Coming off of 4 to the checkered flag. A lot of trucks getting involved in that one. And at the line, the 26 is just going to pick up the win. So a heavily damaged 26 of Hunter Reynolds picks up the first win here in the round of 16. He is not championship driver. As the rear end is knocked out of that thing, he is trying to get around to the front stretch. Crosby in the 33, our highest finishing chase contender, puts it in 3rd. 1st and 2nd go to non-playoff drivers. That is Hunter Reynolds in the 26, doing all he can to get this thing onto the front stretch to do some burnouts and try and celebrate this race win. So let's kick off our post-race show by talking to our race winner, the driver in the 26, Hunter Reynolds. Congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How's that truck feeling?
Good. The chassis been up in ways that I can't explain, honestly. Yeah, awesome race. I just gotta thank Mr. Chris for pushing me there at the end, and then the huge push on the last lap from Andy Brigante. He was killing it behind me. Really appreciate those guys.
Well, Hunter, you pick up a win here, and I believe this is your first win on Wednesday night?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on picking up your first win of the season here on Wednesday night. A little bit of a rough race out there. What was it like out there for you tonight?
Yeah, truck felt stable most of the race, unless you were being pushed or the pusher. So pretty treacherous out here tonight. Had to stay out of the wrecks and had to keep it clean tonight. But all in all, fun race. Pretty action packed.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my teammates at FSR. I'd like to thank my dad. I'd like to thank Adam for running with us. I think you've been a booth carrier, do a great job. All the league admins, everyone that puts the show on, and everybody else watching. We appreciate all y'all.
All right, man. Again, congratulations. Nice job out there. Go celebrate that win and buy some breakfast for your body shop, guys.
Yep, should be good. They're gonna need it. Thank you.
All right. Hunter Reynolds, your race winner, getting it done here tonight, picking up his first win of the season. Now we're going to move on to our third place finisher. That is the driver of the 33, Jeff Crosby. Jeff, you got yours on, my friend?
I do. How's it going, KR?
It's going just great. That 33 machine, a little bit beat up, a little bit banged up, but good enough for third here tonight.
Yeah, I was shocked. I actually did not use a fast repair the entire night. Was trying to hope to save it just to see if we would get like a green-white checker type of situation. But yeah, just kept pushing through and came away with a third place finish.
Man, a solid third place finish for you, and a great start to the round of 16 for you, the highest finishing chase driver. So what does that mean for you going into the next two rounds?
Just a lot of confidence. I feel like I can race pretty hard against these guys, and the 2 wins definitely helped on the season. We're going to continue to keep on getting top 10s and hopefully move on to the next round and just take it one race at a time, though.
Well, man, your fans are cheering for you here and a lot of celebrating going on for you. So congratulations on third. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
For sure. I'm sure Nathan Grounds, David Kelly is watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Any family, friends that are watching, teammates, well, somewhat teammates tonight. They're not really teammates on Wednesday nights, but we got Peter and Zach and both Zach, Workman and Fritch, and especially you, KR. Thank you for doing this.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on your third place finish here tonight. Nice job.
Thank you. Have a good night.
As Jeff Crosby, driver of the 33, bringing it home in third place here tonight. Andy Brigante not available for a post-race interview, so that's why we didn't get to hear from him. With that being said, guys, let's roll right into our race results here in the round of 16. Hunter Reynolds picks up his first win of the season. Andy Brigante coming back from 1 lap down to finish in second. Jeff Crosby, final step of the podium, and your highest finishing chase driver. David Booth brings it home in fourth. Fifth place goes to Chris McCullough. JD Crow in sixth. Joshua Gaithright seventh. Eighth place goes to Zach Fritch. Peter DeBorgia in ninth place. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Shane Posey in the 83. Jimmy Reynolds in 11th. 12th goes to Nathan Aldrich. 13th, David Overstreet. Ken McCullough 14th. 15th, Zach Workman. Rick Seabrands in 16th. 17th place, Mark Mann. Dave Hunt finishing in 18th. Randall Cobb 19th. 20th goes to Richard Kuhn. 21st, Andrew Schroeder. Adam Evans 22nd. 23rd, Jared Forbes. 24th, Anthony English. Sean Stevens 25th. And 26th place goes to Logan Helton. So that is going to wrap it up for us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Want to thank everybody for joining us here and hope you all enjoyed the show. Keep in mind, we are off next Wednesday for Thanksgiving. And so I will see you all. I guess that's December 1st. So until then, guys, enjoy the holiday. And I look forward to when we fire the engines up once again.